Hi guys, this is part 2 of we are making our bookmarks. So we did the first layer. This looks terrible right now, but hopefully once I take the tape off, the washi tape, but first we're going to do line work. Okay. This is part 2, so we're going to turn this over. I'm not going to use washi tape for the back. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I feel. I just wanted to share with you real quick. I treated myself. I bought 2 professional grade Daniel Smith extra fine water tubes. Look how small that tube is. I can't remember the price. I got it on Amazon, but it's absolutely beautiful, and I will be using this. I just wanted to share that with you. I only have the one tube. The other tube, for some reason, it's a green gold. It's coming Wednesday, I believe. Okay, so let's see. What colors am I craving? Well, the first one we're going to try. I'm going to use... I don't want to ruin one of my brushes. Yeah, I thought I had everything out. This one, my little scrubby scrub. And you know what? Maybe I will use this one and maybe this one. So I've got 2 rounds, and this is a Princeton Neptune Oval Wash. And then these 2 are rounds. This one came 2 in a pack. I don't even know the brand because it doesn't. Yes, it is. Artico, I believe. Very inexpensive brushes. So I'm just going to go ahead and wet them all. I'll tell you, if you have ever gotten flowers, I'm sure you have, save these. They make really good water to put your paintbrush in because it has that little side, and then you can kind of squish the water out. Just something to think about. So I'm going to go ahead and just wet this. You know what? I'm just going to spray it. And let's try this amethyst. I used it yesterday a little bit. I don't have anything I like to mix your watercolors with, so I went ahead and ordered one because I'm using that. That's why I'm using this. And then I'm gonna add some green. Let's see. I'm gonna go with my big Karataki set. And let's see what color this is. You know, I originally was gonna do brown and blue. And then look what happened. Well, I wanted to share with you that amethyst. I'm looking for, and of course this is kind of, it's not rough at all. It's very smooth. I've seen a lot of artists use both sides of the paper. I really never have. Or maybe I have. I'll take that back. Because last year I was going crazy. Isn't that amethyst absolutely beautiful? Look at that. I'm going to bring it up close. Whoa. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, it's Daniel Smith Extra Fine Watercolor. No, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just a little guy painting. Should we do blue? I'm not sure. Let's just try some different greens. Oh, I know. Like I said, I treated myself. So, let's try some ink. Let's play with some ink. I had a CAT scan, and I had to pick up some medicine. And I saw these scrapers. I thought they were, I can never remember that material. A soft plastic, but it's not. They're kind of hard. But I'm going to try them anyways. So, yesterday was really the first time I was playing with the inks. Because I'm not really sure. But they do, watch this, bloom. That's the word I was looking for. Now watch this. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to try one of these. Let's see what that does. Like I said, right now it looks like a big mess, like a 2-year-old did it. But when everything dries and I take the tape off from the other side, and then we do mark making, they come out pretty good. Some come out better than others, but you know, that's life. That's life in the big city. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go, you know what? I'm only gonna use 2 colors, and that's gonna be, take one guess. So what did I do with my paintbrush? I don't want to use my good paintbrush. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more amethyst. This one's a little bit more diluted. Different green. That was really watered down. Let's see. Oh, that's a pretty green. Let me tell you what color this is from this set. This was my first experience with the Karatake, and I absolutely fell in love with it. This is Karatake 48 colors. I really like that green. Now, if I can remember, I should have taken it out of the... Yeah, it's that color, okay. Oh, that's what I was going to do. See what color that green was. That green... I believe it's sap green. And sometimes dry brushing, if you don't care for your brush, use an old brush if you're going to do that, because it will ruin it. And I was doing some research on the inks and how to use them. There's a lot of different ways. It's acrylic ink. Sorry for the noise. I'm going to go in with a different purple. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of this purple. So that's kind of turning a little muddy, isn't it? I'm going to try my sponge. That's why I got this out. I don't think that's going to go too good. Save a couple of your caps. They're great for laying down your brush after you rinse it. And this way you know what brush you used, if you have a few out like I do. And there it goes on the floor. Yeah, I don't think it did anything. I like this better. See, those marks will stay there when it dries. So yeah, if you don't have the money to get art tools, look around in the kitchen aisle. Like I said, I love this. I'm going to have my husband cut off the handle because it's quite clumsy. Okay, we're going to let this dry. And part 3 will be, unless I go ahead and hair dry it. Let's do that. Let me put the hair dryer on it. Be right back. I decided to add a little gold in it, but I'm going to dry it a little more. I absolutely love this gold. I do not care for these little half pans. They're too little for me. I'm too clumsy. This is Paul Rubens gold. It was from a bigger set, and this is the end of it. So I'm trying to get as much gold out of there as I can, but it's a beautiful gold. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, how beautiful it really is. Try some. See it on the green? And this is the ugly stage right now. Ugly, ugly. Every painting has an ugly stage, whether you're using acrylics, oils, especially oils. Oils to me has a lot of ugly because you're constantly moving. I'm speaking for myself, moving the paint around. All right, I'm going to put this back in this tiny little thing. I bought this a couple years ago. Again, it's Paul Rubens, but it's all the like glitter colors. And to be honest, when I first got it, I was using it like crazy, and then I just stopped. Okay, I'm going to finish drying this, and we'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, to be perfectly honest, it was the first time, I ever used a hairdryer on watercolor. I'd rather dry it naturally, but let's see. Now, see what I said about this washi tape? Of course, it's been on there a while. So, it's too bad that tore, but that's okay. We're not finished. We can cover that up. And when you're pulling your washi tape off, try to go very gently to the end. Not to the end, like pull it this way, not straight up and down. If you remember. A lot of times I'm like, oh, Michelle, you pulled this side. And actually, I'm surprised it doesn't look as bad as it looked with the washi tape on it. So funny. I'll tell you a quick story. This has nothing to do with art. My stepmom was my best friend. I mean, truly my best friend. She was my boss, and then we rented a house together, became best friends. My father started taking us out for lunch. And then he said, no, Michelle, you guys stay home. It's just going to be me and Jenny. That was her name. And long story short, they went on vacation to North Carolina and got married. Okay, I'm going to just eyeball this and cut this end off. I normally don't use the spiral paper. And, of course, so this has a very, very thin silver, I don't know what it is, metal strip, and that's the middle. So, yeah, I definitely need I'm not measuring really at this point, to be honest. I'm just trying to eyeball it. Our next batch of our next batch of bookmarks will be better. I haven't made bookmarks since last Christmas. See, some are going to be a little thicker, thinner than others, but that's okay. This is art, and we're having fun. And it didn't come out too bad. Put this under here. I don't know. This is when I got something off Amazon and they gave me 2 of these. I said, oh, maybe I can use them for something. And I thought maybe you could see better with the white background, or do you see better with the black background? I think maybe the black, huh? From what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is what our bookmarks are going to look like. Now, I'm going to let these dry completely because the back really isn't dry. And then we're going to do some embellishing. So what I do, and that's another thing, I have to get my string out. Think about what kind of string. You don't have to have string. I just think it gives it a little more zhuzhing up. I have a very inexpensive, remember when you were in elementary school, we always had one of these hole punchers. That's what it is. Another, well, I can use this because these little thingies. So there's one. And figure out what angle you want your bookmark, whether you want it this way or this way. Since this has a, don't have any paint, not paper, Michelle, paint. Because maybe in your eye, your artistic eye, we all have one. We just have to train it. They say we have to train our right brain. I still have to do more. I kind of like that. See that? The way it mixed together. So I am in love with that. What's the name of it? I always forget the names. I'm so terrible with names. Daniel Smith Amethyst. I have to be careful because I could see myself using it all up. I'll have to look to see how much it was. For some reason, I'm thinking around $10. But of course, then you got to figure tax and all that. All right, let me see if I can find my string and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I keep saying string, and you could use string. This was my mother. She used to knit or crochet, and this is what I've been using. So I've been cutting them up to around, let me see, let's just measure it to see. You can make them as long or short as you want. I'm using inches. We need to go that big. Well, yeah, because by the time, so this is approximately 30 inches because I'm going to put a knot on both sides. But before I do both sides, kind of wet it. Put it in the hole. Right. I've been getting really bad tremors, and I'm wondering if it's from the shot I got in the shoulder or something else is going on. I'm getting a little scared, to be honest with you, but this is a health channel. So if you see me shaking, I don't know what's going on either. I just hope it don't get any worse. And then, okay, so here's your bookmark. You can either knot it here, and make just one long string, which I actually prefer. And this type of, I keep saying string, knot. It's kind of silky, it kind of moves. Make sure you double knot it. And pretty good. And there you go. There's your bookmark. Like I said, you don't have to have the string this long. You don't have to have string at all. And part 3, we're going to embellish. Okay? I hope you're excited. Stay creative, and I'll see you in part 3. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like, maybe share. Share if you care. Okay, I'll stop you again. See you later, part 3.